Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
World Bank report. We went behind what the World Bank had said, and so we contacted the finance people and said, "Look, this is what the World Bank is saying. What do you also have to say?" And then they showed us some documents, you know, and I was like, "Wow." So maybe we don't want to impute any ulterior motive. You know, we can just grant them the benefit of the doubt. But if the World Bank can come back to us and tell us what they mean by the finance ministry delayed it, then we will then take the conversation from there, because we need to reconcile the two positions. You know, what is it the World Bank is saying as against what the finance ministry is telling us. But anyway, Dr. Otchere, I'm sure, I don't know what did you watch the accountability series? The government where the communications minister unveiled the big man in town, the name Captain Otchere, has been the man who is going to be coordinating the operational wing of the government's flood mitigation level. Anyway, I've read some of the measures that are going to be put in place. Do you think that, of course, Prof said, look, they are not entirely new. Our problem is the ideas are there, but how the implementation and the execution has always been our challenge.
You said something about flooding and as to whether we can get rid of it. I think as far as Accra is concerned, it is naturally a difficult thing. You see, the geographical location of Greater Accra, being below the sea level yourself, is a disadvantage.
Right.
So the rest then becomes engineering, right? So that is where this Garrett project comes in, and so on and so forth. If you look at the lofty nature of the project, you have to appreciate the fact that it is geared towards ameliorating the effect of the flooding. Because, I mean, if you look at how Greater Accra suffers whenever there is rainfall. This morning I heard that there was going to be some rain, and everybody else is in a hurry because now.
And rather didn't win. That's our people. Hey.
Yes, Rock.
The day they cleared the space for president on, I think, Independence Day, was maybe that will happen. That was the day you.
I know, it rained. It's our better people anyway.
So for me, it is good that we are having, the military come into this. There are two things. I'm beginning to beat a backtrack when it comes to Zoom Lion now.
Okay.
I've been following Manasseh Azuri on the account.
Right.
And to the extent that what Zoom Lion is even currently doing in terms of intervention is being criticized by the same person.
Interesting.
Then I ask myself, is it now a personal kind of thing? So there is something, and I'm getting a bit agitated. It's just like Ibrahim Mahama in those years, engineers and planners. Deserting that distance for free, it became political in this country. What is wrong with us? And then on social media, two things. You have the president fly, right, to check, to have an aerial view. That obviously could be done within about 30 minutes. Even if it takes 2 weeks, when you have everywhere flooded, you cannot manually. Can you be using the car or you should be using boat to be checking the areas? What would that do? That thing has happened. And people have gone on social media. And if you look at the vitriolic attack, so it's as if someone is being, is living a life of luxury. He doesn't care about anyone. Then I saw Dr. Bawumia, walk through with some, and I asked myself, so the 8 years of perennial rain, when did he walk through the floods of Accra?
But he's not the president. He was not the president.
So then he shouldn't have done so.
Why?
He was then a vice president.
Now he's a flag bearer of the party.
You want to demonstrate that you care.
Yes.
So Did he ever work in any of the flood periods?
He would walk if Nanado had instructed him.
Absolutely. His movements.
He didn't need.
He works at the pleasure of the president.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
So those 30 or 33 things that he said he had initiated and done.
Yes.
That one was at the pleasure of the president.
The fact that his vice president doesn't mean he didn't also have some initiatives. But those initiatives.
So are you trying to tell me that
would have to be
the minister in charge of Works and Housing? Right?
Yes.
Yeah, Works and Housing.
He would need the president's permission to go and check the flood areas.
No, he doesn't have to. That's the sector. That's his sector.
He needs to go and check and come and report to the president.
Please, this excuse is a lame excuse.
No,
it's a lame excuse.
No, the vice president to know.
What harm would that cause the president?
A job to
Fine. What harm?
Yes.
Would that cause the president if his vice president goes out to check
maybe
flooded areas?
Maybe what you and I should be asking. Well, maybe what you and I should be asking is: did Dr. Bawumia go to Nanado to say, "Look, I want to go and check the flood victims," and then I'll say, "Go or don't go"?
Okay, well that borders it borders on leadership. Now something is at stake.
Yes.
He wants to win 2028.
He's a flagman of the biggest opposition party.
Therefore, he must identify himself with the people. I don't have a problem.
Okay.
But the 8 years of that period, that Greater Accra has been experiencing flooding consistently, he was never anywhere. Then the other thing, look, as part of the solution, our attitude, the president spoke about that, is very bad. Why do you think that it is raining and therefore I'm going to throw my refuse into the raining water so that the water will take it away? To where?
But days after they started.
Yeah,
I'll show some. Have you seen those videos? Yes, they started.
I have.
So this is what I am advocating that the team under the soldier will have to do. I think that we may have to put CCTV cameras in all flood-prone areas, or open gutters where we believe people intentionally dump refuse. We cannot afford to send, tankers, officers, or whatever, to be standing at those places just because some people, have bad attitude. Secondly, the cost of dislodging people's refuse in their homes should be cheap enough. It shouldn't be that costly, so that people will have costs, right, to keep their refuse in their rooms. In the midnight, they'll just go and throw the refuse somewhere because nobody is watching. Because that person knows very well that what he's doing is not right, but he doesn't have any better option. So as a state, there is the need for that option to be given. Thirdly, I think that Zoom Lion has proven to me, I have been criticizing them because I felt that the money they were giving the sweepers, was something that, and I found out that it was not actually the case. It is something that government over the period had arranged. You see, had arranged, and even sometimes Zoom Lion pays ahead before government reimburses.
Actually, per the agreement, Zoom Lion is supposed to be pre-financing this, and the government pays, but they pre-finance for a long time. Government doesn't pay. So as we speak, the government is indebted to Zoom Lion close to about 600 million cedis. The government hasn't paid. But of course, because it is Ghanaian, he keeps doing the job, even though he's not been paid.
But 600 million.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. 600
Maybe in the world of the Zoom Lion boss, it's peanut. But in our world,
it's not.
Peanut.
It's not.
But he's not talking.
Oh, you see, it's a business idea.
So by now, government should have.
No, indigenous Ghanaian. If it were foreigner,
I would have sued you long ago.
The question is, government has decided that instead of engaging Zoom Lion the way they engage them, they have changed the mode of engagement. That mode of engagement has created a vacuum. And that vacuum is what we are witnessing.
Right.
So, if we think that Zoom Lion has become too much of a lion in the midst of other, sub-animals, we can let them create others, help create others, right? So that they can equally, help Zoom Lion to do the entire work.
Yeah.
And the others will equally create some jobs so that it does not become that, it doesn't have that monopolistic, control over everything.
Right.
I think that is where probably others have been digging in and then creating, a problem for Zoom Lion. I think it is something that is, they have proven that we do not have any better sanitation, whatever. Then lastly, on this, I think that if government introduces a sanitation levy, like what they did, the 1 cedi for the fuel, we will go a long way to solve this problem.
Hey.
You see, the opposition will always criticize that taxes. When the Ghanaian sees that we can even decide that money, we will not let anybody pay for refuse that they generate.
Okay.
You get the point?
Yeah, so pick up people's refuse for free?
That is the money that we are using. What is the essence of health insurance? Everybody is supposed to get some basic health care, is that not the case? But there is a tax element somewhere that we are all sharing to pay. So if we are bringing this levy as a nation, we can say that money, look, today we are not experiencing doomsday. When the fuel prices went up, I was among those who said that the opposition is asking government to remove that. I said, no, that particular 1 cedi must stay because we are using that to fuel. So we will not lack generational capacity. So if we are bringing another levy, sanitation levy, and we let everybody know that all those within this catchment area and elsewhere, at the end of every year, so and so, according to what you do, we are giving everybody this, that, and that. And if we decide that maybe certain areas people can pay, fine. But those areas, we can decide that nobody should pay. And that money should go straight, because I've seen that the current regime has been very disciplined when it comes to fiscal, So if we can go on that tangent, that this is supposed to do this, and that nobody is going to pay for anything, who will go and throw the refuse in the gutter?
Okay.
When he knows very well that at the end of the day, they will come and pick it. Finally, can we go on implement drainage systems that are all closed instead of open drainage systems? Because they say nature abhors vacuum.
Right.
Once there is a space where the person doesn't know where to throw the refuse, he looks here, he looks there, he will throw the refuse into that drain, thinking that his great-grandparents will come and pick a destiny for him. So, the famous philosopher by name Democritus, he says that a law that works by compulsion is not a good law.
Right.
It must work by conviction.
Okay.
People must have the conviction that this is not what we're supposed to do.
You know, the challenge with the sanitation and well, I don't know whether to call it we used to have, because we're picking up some signals that even though the government, it was a campaign promise by the NDC to scrap it, sanitation pollution levy. In fact, they talked about it during the NPP time, and the NPP justified it and said, look, we need it, especially in the wake of the Sisi Ladapa matter, you recall. And said, a sanitation levy in the Sisi Ladapa, I mean, that may sound pedestrian, but it was one of the things that people said. And so the NDC promised they're going to scrap it.
Yes.
Now, even though the processes had begun for the scrapping of that levy, we're told that it's still on our books and it's still being collected. I am yet to confirm
sure about
that. Yes. So because somebody just sent me a message and said that I should cross-check and that he is reliably informed that the tax was still, the levy was still being collected. So we're cross-checking with the finance people to check whether indeed that is, because they are in charge of the fiscal side of fiscal side of things. But if the government let's even assume that it is scrapped and it's not being collected, Will this government then have the moral right to ask that we bring it back? Because now there's something called reality check. We need to clean the cities and we need money to do that.
Yes.
One of the reasons why I believe that if the Zoom Lion contract is going to come back, maybe in a different form and shape, not as it used to be because there were some issues there, we would need money to pay them because they can't work for free. It's a private business organization. And so we need some fund to be able to support them for them to keep clean. Because whether we like it or not, one of the reasons that the two of you have all identified, one of the reasons is the fact that we're not cleaning our cities well. I mean, since the termination of that contract, we don't see the Zoom Lion people around. The place is dirty and we're not collecting the revenue. In fact, the places are not even being swept because the local assemblies, which was then the policy direction of this government, which is that let's take the thing away from one company and give it to the assemblies for the assemblies to identify somebody to do the cleaning or people to do the cleaning. Fact of the matter is that they can't even get the money to employ people to do the cleaning. And that is why in many parts of
government says that money has been given to them.
So, well, they're saying that they're saying it's not enough. It's not enough. Now, the sanitation minister, in fact, I recall must have been sometime last year, in 2020, last year, he mentioned that look, there were talks for a reintroduction of the sanitation and pollution levy because he recognizes
doesn't have a sanitation ministry.
No, it doesn't have a sanitation ministry. So everything's under local government, and that's why Ahmed Banda was the one who was talking about it. So whether the government will be able to muster the courage to say, look, we were wrong in the past, forgive us, but we need the sanitation and pollution levy. That is what we're not sure about. But it's a good call. Now,
no, but the point is that how was it used?
In the past?
In the past.
Well, that's another good question.
Occasion,
so it comes back to the issue you raised. It's not the taxes that we raise, it's how they are used.
Yes.
And if the people can see that the taxes are being used for what it is used for.
How can you take me street light?
Yes.
Or it's on my bill?
And yet Accra is always dark.
Accra is always dark.
So the people will complain. I agree with you.
If we as a state, they bring this back, saying that nobody is going to pay for refuse generated, you imagine the number of refuse companies that you are going to get in this country.
Okay.
Including Zoom Lion itself.
All right. So let's do this quickly. I'll bring you the prof. Let's do this. So for our community watch today, let's do this briefly. For our community watch today, we're told that some residents of Amasaman, Oshuman, I hope I got that correctly, Oshuman, I believe so, are complaining about their deplorable roads. They've heard you, and so they've brought us videos of this. So you see, it's everywhere. Look at
the rains have exposed us.
Big time. So Amasaman, Oshuiman, I hope I got the pronunciation correctly. That's the nature of their road, and so they've sent us this video for us to draw the attention of their duty bearers, Assemblyman.
This one is not even bad.
Yes, it's better.
Oh, compared to the ones you're talking about, this is far better. If the people in if they get this one, they'll be grateful.
They'll be grateful.
But this is the situation, So
from
Manjia, please, the MC and everybody else, you should come and explain to us why the roads in Amasaman, Ushuman is this bad. Yeah, it's very, very bad.
It's just a few kilometers away from Accra.
Yeah. Anyway. So that's for our community watch today. Thank you very much, the people of Amasaman and Oshuman, for sending us this video. We're grateful. We'll keep showing this until something is done about your roads. I can appreciate and understand what you've been going through all this while. It's quite clearly in a very, very bad shape, and so we'll see how it goes. But let's now let's now do our sanitation watch. We've touched quite a bit on sanitation, but would now show you what Zoom Lion Ghana Limited, the fact that they have intensified post-flood recovery efforts with a large-scale desilting exercise across several communities and municipalities in Accra, including Ablekuma West, Okaikwe North, Ladade Kotopong, and Ayawaso West. Adansuman, Mamponse, Shaibu, workers and heavy-duty equipment, as you can see, clearing drains clogged with silt, plastic waste, and other refuse that contributed to the recent flooding. The exercise is aimed to restore the free flow of stormwater, improve sanitation, and reduce the risk of future floods. While the residents welcomed the intervention, the large volumes of plastic waste removed from the drains highlighted the impact of the indiscriminate waste disposal on urban flooding. So the authorities stress that although desilting is essential, preventing future flood disasters will also require sustained public commitment to proper waste management and keeping drains free of refuse. You see, the people miss Zoom Lion. You see, they miss Zoomline, you see. But for Zoomline, who will be doing this? Look at this.
But it's not as if when Zoomline was doing all this work, we're not getting.
Oh, no, I agree with you. Except that I think that the scale and the magnitude is very high. And that is why the two of you rightly said, look, it is, you see, it is not, Zoomline is not really the problem, but it's the kinds of agreement maybe that we entered with them. So that if once we tighten and we make the agreements better, they'll do a better job. There's definitely no. I mean, there's always room for improvement. There's no doubt about it.
For now, if it comes to Zoomline, so I'm not predisposed to listening to Mr. Manasseh Azuri because even in the period where they are doing a philanthropic this thing, you are still
relief. That's a problem with it.
That is terrible.
Yes. It's becoming...
This thing, there is also a law. I don't know. When you put up a building within your yard, you are supposed to leave a space untarred.
Yeah, to take the water, to absorb water.
Yes. But you go to people's homes,
everywhere
you have walled everywhere, and you've tarred everywhere.
It's on the front page of one of the papers. One professor expert.
People should be going to be inspecting.
Anyway.
Because, you see, it's like you are diverting the pressure elsewhere. But if you had that, because if you come to my house, we have cocoyam planted there. You have plantain.
Next time I will bring you plantain from my house, not from...
Really?
Yeah.
Organic?
Yeah, organic from the house.
I didn't know you do subsistence
farming.
Oh,
come on.
Yeah,
I'm about to start poultry.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
The way to go. It's the way to go.
Anyway, I wanted to add something quickly. As for Zoomlion and waste management in Ghana, in fact, it is only within the African pull him down mentality that would make us dispose of a firm like Zoomlion.
Okay.
And then say everybody with the capacity should apply, and what is that? Then we are here, and other countries outside are tapping into the expertise, and we are here being taken over by filth. And I want to add to what Dr. Jonathan said, that you see their absence. You see, last year we didn't experience this level of flood because it was just at the point where they left. This is the year we've seen the true impact. And if you want to see the impact, check the past years and the level of at least the past 8 years, the level of flood.
The volumes of the rain that have come also.
Okay.
The volumes of the rains is one. But the filth we are seeing, you check how, as if they've gathered it and they've pushed it.
Yeah.
That tells us that sector is really, really lacking. In fact, so number one, if there's anything we need to do, President Mahama has done well. Goldfields is now indigenously owned. The other
Goldfields.
The Damai one and all those things. He's been and Dr. Dufour is now Heath Goldfields.
Yeah.
Let's not take away indigenous work at one end, and the other end be promoting indigenous work. The current government criticized the job losses of indigenous banks, Indum and all those things. I don't think it is principle or maybe in good faith to take away. And now we have been exposed big time that we need the service of Zoomlion. The last bit I'm adding is the education bit. In fact, last year, we organized my place, Institute of Research, Innovation and Development at Kumasi Technical University, organized a waste management competition amongst 47 senior high schools in Ashanti region. At the end of the contest, the boys' school at the Kropon, not Opokuwari couldn't make it to the finals. I'll check from...
Is it St. Paul's?
No.
St. Peter's?
No. It's Kumasi.
Oh, Kumasi. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Oh, Kumasi. They are at Kropon Achuma. Oh, I forgot. OT, Osei Tutu.
Oh, Osei Tutu. Okay,
Osei Tutu, forgive. Osei Tutu won. That's Osei Tutu on the screen.
Right.
They were adjudged overall best in terms of waste management, the understanding of sanitation and waste management. In fact, the main aim of the contest is to get younger people to become sanitation conscious and waste management advocates.
Okay.
We did it among 47 senior high schools. The second school was Prempeh College. In fact, the final was, these were the third place school. Sewa Nyakun Girls Senior High School placed third. They did so well. The girls' schools did so well.
Congratulations to them. Congratulations.
And Prempeh was second. So we are trying to organize this year's one.
Okay.
Last year, the rep in Kumasi, Zoom Lion rep in Kumasi, was part of us. This time we are looking for some level of support again from her or from headquarters. Once I'm in headquarters, maybe headquarters will have to.
What was the mode of assessment?
Oh, we did a lot of things. Training was part.
Yeah.
We went into landfill sites to understand it, and then we come into the contest itself.
Okay.
So this is from educational point of view.
Yes, and to raise the next generation of environmentally conscious and waste management advocates.
Okay.
So these guys are out there this year. If we are able to get support, we are pleading. We would expand it beyond Ashanti region.
Right to Mr. Ibrahim Mahama.
Okay. Yeah. Engineers and planners.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the president should ban certain plastic products.
Yeah, that conversation is already.
They've already banned styrofoam.
It's already far advanced.
It's already far advanced. Very soon.
There's only one. There's only styrofoam that they have spoken about.
No. The plastic matter.
The plastic, yeah.
And the pushback.
Yeah. Serious pushback.
There is going to be a pushback. But listen to this argument. If you go to market, in those years, we used to have kutu, where you have caps on it.
Yes.
You buy, they fetch the water
for you. Oh.
It was even chilled.
Yes.
Then, with advancement in science, we said, no, it is not healthy. What did we do? We brought penny.
Yeah.
And then people were blowing their own, into it before they will put in the water. And we said, no, that is not healthy. What did we bring? Sachet water.
Sachet water.
Right.
Then we have bottled water.
Yeah.
So, in as much as there's never going to be a pushback, you're supposed to show leadership because this thing is harming the environment.
Okay.
How do you correct that? It's by diversifying. These days, people who are anticipating that styrofoam is going to be banned, are they not bringing new products?
Yeah.
Others are even bringing paper.
Yeah, environmental sustainable options. Yeah.
Yes.
Change is hard, but you must.
You must insist on that.
Let me bring it up. It's very passionate about this issue. Now, because it's a big problem. Let me bring in our viewers now briefly, and then if we have some time, we'll look at the fact that some of the courses you are teaching have come under attack. Now, Kwabena Sapon, he's a staunch NPP member. I'm sure you know him. He used to be on Net2 TV and Oman FM. He used to a regular panelist. He's got some plenty mustache. Mr. Kwabena Sapon, yes. So he's watching the program. He says that, good morning. Please tell Mr. Sanchochi that the minister has executive powers. The vice president does not have an executive power. I wish I was at your station to take part in this discussion. Once again, tell Doc that the sanitation levy was introduced and he knows what happened. Zoom line is supposed to be paid from the talk tax. I know this because it was introduced when Barry Edu was the finance minister and it was his boy and he worked with him. On the street lights, the ECG says that the money we collect is not enough to cover Accra, let alone the whole country. So, you talked about the fact that we pay streets and on our yes, and yet Mr. Kwabena Sapon says it is not enough.
So he thinks that the president needs executive clearance from the president before he goes back.
It is his view. It is his view. You have expressed yours. Let's express his view. Let me bring in our viewers here. Now, Reverend Samuel J says, good morning, Moro, and your partner, Moro. The way we are handling our national teams must be reviewed critically, Moro. Then most of the Ghanaians gave up. When most of the Ghanaians gave up on our national team, especially the Black Stars, Mahamudu's contribution made some big names like Kosike, Jemfi, Ben Kofi, and John Satuko Efio met me on different occasions. I remember one sports journalist by the name Harry Boateng who received on behalf of GFA one of my humble contributions, really praised my commitment to the nation. More in 1997, 1998, which I'm not too sure the Starlets traveled to play World Cup. That was led by Jones, and the attire was the wall on top when they were traveling was provided by my initiative. While Jones was so much impressed, some thought otherwise. More touching sanitation, I was invited by the SW2 GBC radio station, which those days we didn't have all these stations now. I was invited to throw some more light on my sanitation programs myself and my NGO were embarking on, but did not know what. It doesn't matter your good intentions. Politicians start to question which party you belong to. but not the good job you may be doing for Mother Ghana. Mo, there was another group called Concerned Citizens doing good job on sanitation, but I asked what happened to them. We must stop selective justice and work together as one people, one nation. McLean Desmond from Sefi also says the hypocrisy in our politics remains the single biggest barrier to our national development. In opposition, the NDC President John Dramani Mahama pitifully politicized the perennial flooding in Accra, weaponizing a complex right to score cheap political points. When Accra flooded in the past, they rushed to the microphones to label the Akufo-Addo administration as incompetent and reckless, and they told us it was purely a failure of governance and that competent leadership would magically make the water recede. Now, when the NDC wanted power, floods were caused by government incompetence, and now that they are in power and facing the exact challenges, suddenly it is caused by citizen indiscipline and human activity. Until we reject the politics of propaganda and embrace the policy of problem solving, we'll continue to go round in circles. That's McLean from Sefi. We also. Alhaji Hamza from Pig Farm, he says that, good morning, my brother. In my humble opinion, floods cannot be controlled by any government, but we can only minimize it. Dr. Bawumia, on the other hand, is calling on us to come together and tackle the issue of flooding as one nation. But members of the NPP are out there playing serious politics with the issue. And to me, this is so shameful. My problem this morning is about rubbish. Please come to Central Iowa so and see the things for yourself. We need help to clear those rubbish. It is totally unacceptable for us to sit to allow Maresa Azuri to collapse the business of a Ghanaian who was doing better. Today, after the abolition of the contract, see what is happening in assemblies. They have no capacity to do the work. For the past 1 year and a half now, the assemblies have totally failed to live up to expectations. We should be careful with Maresa Azuri as a nation. The issue of Zoom Lion contract should be re-looked into. The advice that was given by the Manasseh was actually a bad advice for us to follow at the first place. And Tafa Inamaya says, I would be kudos to you for bringing these professors to talk about national issues without politics. Thank you very much. And yes, Mr. Kwabena, I've read your message, yes, on the Black Stars as well. Kojo Chumbafu says, good morning, my brother. The problem with Zoom Line has nothing to do with ability to provide sanitation service. The problem is the monopoly that they have and the pressure they put on authorities to bend to their will. Ghanaians were very upset with the sanitation tax as a statutory tax, even as we will still pay local and municipal taxes for refuse disposal. That is a racket, if you ask me. Collection of refuse and sanitation services works better if it is localized. That's Kojo Chumbafu. Now, Peter T. from Shukura said, this is Peter T. from Shukura. A cheap politician always gathers a cheaper result. Moro, you know how a hungry and desperate politician acts and reacts. That's what Bawumia and his NPP are doing now. They have now considered it necessary to visit flood victims. When Ghanaians needed him in ensuring accountability and prudent economic leverage of sustainability of our administrative machinery, they failed as a team. And this is where we are today. We could not even get our employment statistics secured. Let's say no to NPP now. Now, let me say a happy birthday to you, our precious Abba Ejiraba Sam. Today, we celebrate the beautiful gift that you are, watching you grow into such a smart, kind, and wonderful girl, and that has filled our hearts with so much joy. We pray that God continues to bless you with wisdom, good health, happiness, and success in all you do. Always remember that you are deeply loved and cherished with all our love, Mom and your sisters. That's coming from Jennifer here at Metro Television. Musa Batwa says that from Asawasi says, I disagree with Kwabena Sapon. If the Vice President needs executive approval before acting on national assignment, then what is the use of creating the office of the Vice President who is second in command? However, flooding in Ghana can only be effectively addressed if we rise above partisan politics and unite behind sustainable long-term solutions. President Mahama has demonstrated a strong commitment to tackling this persistent challenge through practical and coordinated measure at the time when lives and livelihoods are at stake. Anyone seeking to politicize the issue is undermining the national interest. This is a collective responsibility that demands support of all political parties, stakeholders, and citizens to protect lives, safeguard property, and prevent future disasters. Best wishes, Dr. Alexander Amo Bafo, aspiring National Vice Chairman of the NDC. And Carlos from Odudu says that, have we forgotten? The same Dr. Bawumia, while the opposition saw a media report about a school in the northern region where children were sitting on the floor to study, he quickly arranged for desks and chairs to be sent to the school, making sure the public knew about it. He created the impression that he deeply cared about the welfare of the people. However, after assuming office, similar reports continue to emerge from the northern region and other parts of the country. Many schools still lack desks and chairs, textbooks, uniforms, and even flat for students. Some children were still forced to write exams while sitting on the floor. At that time, Dr. Bawumia was in the government. Did he show the same urgency? Did he even publicly comment on these issues or take visible action? That's the question many Ghanaians are asking. And then he continues to say today he's showing today he spends a few minutes walking through flood-affected areas and presenting himself as someone who cares, but also serving in government for 8 years. Many people are asking what lasting measures were taken to prevent these floods. Now, this one here from Manchebru. Okay, so Mansa Musa of Voice of Land in the UK, he says, but this NDC is attracting all the blame because they have decided not to pursue investigations that will establish reasons why so much money has been spent without practically zero outcome. NDC is not activating the required probity and accountability process that will provide answers people in Accra and the country as a whole are seeking to wait. It's only fair to assume that the previous MP government did nothing wrong. The choked gutters and waterways are all NDC's fault for not continuing with the excellent sanitation and cleanup works since Adapa, Kenoforiate, Kufuor, and Bawumia started. It is what it is. Mansa Musa. There's something you've also written on the Black Stars, and Mansa, I'm not sure I'll be able to read the Black Stars one, and it's very, very, very long. But Kujochu Mbuafu is back. He says, let's commend our gallant Black Stars for essentially making wind with water. Well done for making the second round. With more matches together, you become world beaters. You put a big smile on the faces and made us all proud. Now, Manche Bruce II, who's the lecturer, Technical University. Yes, the professor. He says, we cannot continue blaming acts of God for perennial flooding in Accra and other parts of Ghana. The facts show poor leadership, human negligence, i.e. unlawful construction in water courses and wetlands, galamsey and refuse dumped in open drains with impunity. These acts breach environmental law and endanger public safety. In 21st century, Ghana open drains are no longer defensible. Enforcement of existing statutes and accountability are now non-negotiable. We were promised a reset we must have. Mr. President, crack the whip. That's Manche Bruce. All right. The messages are a lot. Papa Bisu says, good morning. I applaud the security agencies for rearresting the buffer stock. Oh, Papa Bisu, we're not even talking about this issue. Papa, I keep telling you that if you comment on the issues we're talking about, then I can read. But Eben from Kwabenya says, applause to the BNI at the airport for arresting Hanan. This prefabricated messages. You make it difficult for us to read. But Kwabenya Sampo is back. He says, the problem is not Zumla. It is rather with the politicians who are the problem. If Musa doesn't agree with me, why did Nana J not mount the helicopter to do the inspection? But says if it's that easy, Professor J should have been on the ground. She can do that with the express permission of the president. She can't just go.
I think so.
Yes.
I think so. In
but
fact,
I'm wondering why. Anyway, I don't know what the conversation at Jubilee. But I would have thought. I would have thought that Professor J.
Water.
No. I would have thought that the vice president should be interacting with someone, especially the women folks who have lost their property and their wives and things. I don't know.
Yes. On her own, she would have loved to be on the grounds by this time.
Yeah, but she needs permission from the president.
Absolutely.
She needs permission from the president.
I'm not sure it will even be a good optic for a certain vice president in future to be running ahead of the president.
Right.
Before the president realizes you are here, before he realizes you are there. No.
Right.
You must always channel it through. Would you be comfortable with a deputy at your office who is always doing things?
I'm not available.
Permission?
But I think the presidency.
If you are not available,
what cost? What cost will it bring?
No.
You get the point.
He's looking
is
at
it the case that the person is trying to outshine?
No. Don't look at it that way.
Is or a leader?
If you're raising this as a matter of principle, we can apply that to both regimes.
Yes.
Today, Prof. So today.
Yes.
So the question can also equally go to Prof. What would it cost her?
Yes.
To go around Agobolo,
to rise up in the morning and just go.
To them. You know that
maybe it is her choice. Maybe she's waiting for the ideal time to do so.
Yes.
You get the point.
Yes.
The ideal time
is when the president sanctions President, I want to go to Agboshi, go and conversate with the women. Yes. Okay, go. That is it.
Which president will say no? You see, it is not as if executive clearances are not needed when it comes to certain, important decisions.
Okay.
That will need presidential clearance.
Okay.
But to go and sympathize with people when that in itself.
We don't know how the workings of the presidency
is like.
So that's what I mean. Politics is about opportunism.
Yes.
Dr. Bawumia has seen an opportunity, and he's taken that. You cannot blame him. It's an opportunity.
So, former Minister of Education.
Okay. Let's go.
He must be seen to be caring for the people.
I just, you see, we are calling for concerted efforts.
Yes.
All of us should come together to resolve this perennial issue.
So can we put the politics aside?
So let's put, and I see it as also political to bring in Bawumia, as if every Ghanaian can go out and check out except Bawumia. So let's have a united...
People are bashing the president
and let's fight.
Instead of him walking in the flag, he was flying.
Let's not stretch this. Let's not stretch this. Let's not stretch this.
Using abusive words.
Let's not stretch this. Let's use the rest of... Let's spend some 6-7 minutes on this. I'm sure the comments are going to be brief. We're not going to spend so much time in this. Now, both of you are lecturers. So, Prof, what do you lecture in?
I'm a statistician.
Oh, statistician, okay. Prof lectures in humanities, right? You are with the humanities, yes, okay. Humanities. So Dr. Duchum, who's the former education minister, he says that he's called on the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, GTEC, to take a more proactive role in ensuring university programs are aligned with the country's workforce needs. Now, he argues that some academic programs offered by Ghanaian universities have little relevance to the labor market and are contributing to graduate unemployment. Speaking on the Connected Minds podcast, Dr. Duchum said tertiary institutions should design programs based on national labor demands rather than student enrollment and revenue generation. You have done labor needs assessment of your country. You know that the country needs more engineers. They need more medical doctors. They need more nurses. If you don't have a labor needs assessment, then you are following. Then what it means is that you're just educating everyone. You are teaching humanities. You're teaching statistics. How many people need statistics? How many people need humanities? So you're producing them.
Anyone. You are just educating anyone. You will take anyone. So what is the essence of free SHS?
Okay.
What's the essence of free SHS? That's why the former president said that nobody's child
must be left at home.
Everybody must go to school. But to learn what?
To also.
Okay.
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.